Hello, wonderful people. How would you describe the state of today's world? I've always viewed it as sick and messy. Do you agree with me or you think otherwise? Welcome to episode 7 of Think Right Capsule. I'm grateful for always having you join in, and may the good Lord bless you for subscribing to Positive Change. If you've not subscribed, kindly join our community. Support this journey by hitting the subscribe button. Turn on your notification bell so you don't miss out on our insightful episodes. Do like, comment, and share our videos so together we could contribute to making this world a better place. Whoever has followed this journey of Think Right capsules would ascertain my strong sense on the chaotic state of today's world. I use the word today because from the understanding of creation, this world was handed to man in a good and beautiful state. But as the world we see today reflects that level of perfection at its inception, this is what today's episode delves into. But is this even necessary if you ask me? Oh yes, it is relevant. Because I've always said that Think Right Capsules is a journey. And on this journey, we strongly believe that acknowledging our challenges is essential in attaining desired outcomes. But I won't be doing this alone today, yes. I've engaged with some intelligent minds who will share with us insightful perspectives on the subject. So you're going nowhere. Stay tuned and let's delve in. Oh no. While I admit that the world today has recorded several instances of progress and positive change on a global scale, it's so hard to deny its chaotic nature. Challenges may be peculiar to individual countries, but you find problems almost everywhere. Cast your eyes around, you see a myriad of issues ranging from failed leadership, rampant corruption, leading to severe deprivation and hardships. We have widespread unemployment, indiscipline, insecurity, racism still persists, a world where people lack conscience and compassion for their fellow humans, a world tainted by pretense. Oh yes, a lot of people who smile and laugh with you don't even like you. That is the world in which we find ourselves. A world filled with evil and wickedness. Yes, witchcraft everywhere. Witchcraft here I mean finding joy in others' misery. If your joy comes from others' downfall, you are akin to a witch and a wizard. If you get irritated by people's successes and progress, my dear, you are a true representation of witchcraft. You don't rob people of their joy or their progress with negativity. Why would you love to be celebrated, yet you struggle to celebrate others? You tend to forget that a blessing you respect and honor is what you can attract. Oh yes, this is life's principle. And so look on the inside, look within you. Are you consciously or unconsciously contributing to this mess? If we are aiming at a better world, at a beautiful world, then these are the messes we need to clean up. Considering all these happenings, I am convinced within my spirit, body, and soul that this world is terribly sick. But I sometimes wonder as to whether I'm the only one thinking this way, for which reason I engaged with some minds who shared insightful perspectives on the subject. Before we delve into what transpired in that session, I'd like to introduce you to our first speaker, who is a Ghanaian. He is a dynamic development manager at Lenigold. His work focuses on leveraging technology to drive economic and social progress. He's also a passionate advocate for the Sustainable Development Goals and has been working tirelessly over the years to promote the implementation of these global objectives. Beyond this impressive professional background, our speaker is a dedicated Christian committed to creating a better world. I present to you Mr. Kwabena Appiah to share his take on the subject. Yes, sir. It's great to have you on today's session of Think Right Capsule. Welcome to episode 7.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here.
Great. So, I think you followed this journey of Think White capsules over the period, and you're quite familiar with my strong views on the chaotic state of today's world. Do you think I'm exaggerating?
Thank you very much once again. Not at all. You are not the least exaggerating. I mean, whatever you are saying in the episodes as captured in previous ones are really on point. Very topical issues, but unfortunately, nobody's talking about it. So it's very important that you have started this conversation and you are bringing it up for discussion. So it's really much on point.
Great. So, what are the issues? What tells that the world is indeed sick?
Okay, so in development conversations, we are all tilting towards the world we want. That means it tells us we are not in the world we want. I mean, we need to move from where we are to where we can be or where we should be. So, looking at the trends in all fronts, whether it's social, whether it's political, whether it's economic, you could just tell that all is not right because of a lot of inequalities in our society today. On the political front, there are political corruption, which is ripping the masses of needed resources for their development. On the social front, a lot of discrimination against women and then children. And when you look at the economic front, you could see a wide economic divide. A few have so much, many people have virtually nothing. So it can't tell of a good health when you paint a picture like this. And basically, this is what is playing out in the world we have today. Yeah.
Good one. Yes, but I must admit that the world has recorded several positives. Oh, yes, it has recorded several positives. Talk of technological advancement and all that. But I think the chaotic nature can definitely not be underemphasized. How did we end up in all these messes?
Not been like that from the beginning. I think we have made it so. We are the occupants of the world. So if it's sick, the occupant, I mean, made it sick. And it stems from a lot of factors. Some are sociological in nature, others are economic, and then psychological. So it's a mixed bag of issues that is making it the way it is now. I think that basically understanding is key. Like the topics you've been discussing on your channel, a lot of people are not looking at life from that angle. So they believe that they are here and then they can do anything they want to do and live a life any way they want to live it. But then, since people lack basic understanding or appreciation of the issues you are mentioning, all these are coming up because they don't have basic understanding. So, one what we are doing or what you are doing with this channel is crucial because it's creating awareness and it's bringing people to the consciousness of the sick nature of the world and the reason why we all must build a consciousness and find solutions to heal the world, if I can put it that way. So, appreciation, understanding is key. And another is irresponsibility. There are people who might have noticed what you are discussing on this channel, but for instance, they think that it's not their duty to fix it. So they just don't care about it and they are living their life anyhow. So that also can account for the sick nature of the world as we have it. And the other also would be the fact that there's lack of leadership across all spheres, economically, socially, politically, even at the family level. There's lack of leadership. And you know the importance of leadership. Where we don't have a lead or someone giving an example or charting a path, I mean, chaos is what becomes the results. So basically, lack of leadership also can account for that. Yeah.
Wow, wow, wow. That's brilliant. I like the mention of a lack of understanding, yes. But unfortunately, a few of us with that understanding are also busy pursuing our own lives. We are only hoping and wishing that things work out naturally, but it doesn't work that way. And so, as you rightly mentioned, we all need to build the consciousness that this is our responsibility. We all need to put hands on deck. We have messed it up, and it is our responsibility to make things right. Thank you so much, Mr. Hapia, for hitting on these very important issues. Our next speaker is from Argentina. She's currently a PhD candidate in computer science at Handong Global University. Handong Global is one of the prestigious universities here in South Korea, committed to grooming students to becoming well-rounded global change agents. So this speaker brings to our discussion a unique blend of intellect, of expertise, of values, and of passion for a better world. I present to you Miss Daniela Raim to share some insights with us. Hello, Danny. You are welcome. Welcome to episode 7 of Think Right Capsule. I'm super excited for seeing you.
Thank you so much for having me. It's an honor to be invited here.
Yes, so Danny, you are also well abreast of my stance when it comes to the 6 states of today's world. I admit that people may have reasons, genuine reasons, or they think they have convincing reasons as to why they do certain things they do. But in principle, I think most of those reasons are not justifiable. Do you agree with me? Do you think this world is indeed sick?
I agree, and it's very interesting the word you use because sickness means there has to be a diagnosis. There are
Yeah.
certain indicatives that something is not right, and we all can admit that something doesn't look right now in the world.
Yeah.
And from this diagnosis, okay, the word is indeed sick because we have an idea of our perfect place, an ideal situation, a situation where there's no sorrow, no pain, no suffering. We have that ideal, even though we can't see it perfectly all the time, but we have it. So that's our diagnosis. Something is not right with what we see in the world right now. So the diagnosis is correct. But what I think is interesting that you bring this conversation is what should be then the treatment for this illness, right? So it's very interesting that you bring up this idea of illness. Okay, we diagnose, and that how do we treat this illness?
Great. So you mentioned that something is not right, all is not right in the world today. Then what is not right? What should an ideal world look like? And how is that different from what we see in our world today?
The ideal world is a world that is not selfish and whose ultimate goal is not power. Power means control. I want to have control over things. I want creation to be subject to my needs. I want people to be subject to my needs. And then there's a war of who can have more power and who can have more control. And that is in this regard to how other people might feel, their situation might be, their condition might be, because it's not our goal. Our goal is not to improve upon someone else's quality of life. There's no sacrifice. It's selfish. It's what benefits myself. The root of the corruption I see in the world right now, the illness, I see that pretty much the one of the main factors is selfishness.
Wow, wow, wow. This is deep. Thank you so much, Danny, for sharing this insightful perspective with us. I like the mention of that word ideal. Yes, and Mr. Appiah made mention of development conversations. Yes, most of these development experts are sometimes skeptical as to whether there's any such thing as an ideal world because they believe humans would always be selfish. Yes, they think humans are selfish in nature, and so there's no such thing. People will always have hidden interests. Yes, selfishness is a part of us. That's what they think. But I think we have no excuse. Yes, we need to strive at creating that kind of world. We need to strive at making this world better because only then can we alleviate the suffering and pain people go through. And ultimately, we are custodians in this world. We are custodians in the world. We came here as custodians and we will be held accountable for our stewardship. So we have no excuse. we need to strive at making things better. And as Mr. Apia mentioned rightly, we all need to put hands on deck. We all need to do our individual best so together we can create that kind of world we desire. Thank you so much, my boss and Danny, for accepting to do this with us. And thank you for subscribing to Positive Change. We hope to learn more from you going forward. So, good people, I guess you wish for more. We're working things out so we could delve deeper going forward and to explore relevant issues that could make the greatest difference in our world. Lest I forget, I got them on my side. They affirmed that the world's challenges are so real. Do you agree or you think otherwise? Let's know your thoughts in the comment section so we could keep going on this journey. A journey that admits and acknowledges the challenges we face, explores how we got here, and best ways to help heal our world. Never forget that we all have a responsibility to the destiny of this world. As always, I love you and I hope to see you soon in my next upload. Bye.